Then, yeah, welcome everybody to Town Hall meeting number 132. It's February 4th, 2025. And today we're being joined by Amaya, Guillermo, Ashley, Boas, Eric, Esse, Lilu, Sergio, and Vanny. Thanks all for being here. Yeah, as you can see on screen, a very concise agenda today. Um, that's because there's a big topic on it. We start off with a couple of mentions. And then we're going to discuss BGI 25 and how to make a success of it for us as ambassadors. If there's any time remaining after that, there's space for open topics and questions. And then, yeah, quick reminder on what the ambassador program even is and what we're doing. Basically, we're a group of like-minded people that all want to contribute to the Singularity net ecosystem and its vision towards beneficial AGI. And we have a wide range of self-organizing work groups. So if you want to step up and help out, for sure, we do have a work group that fits your skills, your passion. And yeah, do hop onto our Discord server. And that will have a how to join section. It will explain you how to join. Just adding one more. Nice. Welcome, Kenichi. Yeah, then starting off with a couple of mentions. First, starting with the end of year report. Most of the work groups have submitted their segments. It's not done yet though. And yeah, outside of just a list of all the work groups sharing their reports, it still needs a bit of more body to it. I'm pretty optimistic this can be done by end of week. To be honest, I would be very happy 1 week from now in next tunnel to tell you that it's actually there. And yeah, I had some end of year report open sessions, which is about a week and a half ago, and that seemed not the fix for getting stuff done besides the asynchronous contributions. It did make me wonder on whether to try again or not. Um, yeah, I'm still a bit torn on that, to be completely honest. Thanks for sharing the link in chat, Vanessa. Awesome. So yeah, I figured I would. I don't have a concrete like a list of slots where I'll be working on it. Um, I figured I would at least touch on the topic, so it's yeah, maybe back into people's minds. Then a quick update on a proposal to attend Ethiopia 25. It's basically agreed upon. There were some initial objections to specifically the budget side of things, and those got amended. And in the governance call, I believe it was last week, Thursday, we went over the objections and no, wait, actually, that was on Tuesday, and then by Thursday, an adjusted proposal was submitted. Yeah, so basically it got approved. That's the bottom line there. We will be there and representing. So that's awesome. And then from earlier today on governance side of things, we established that the budget caps for that were used in Q1 will be maintained. They will stay. They will be the same for quarter two. This will not only alleviate us of a lot of discussion on how to swap around budgets, because if one goes up, others must go down. It's a zero-sum game there. So yeah, the budget caps will stay the same percentage-wise. And another decision was made on the new ideas budget, which in the current quarter is not a thing. But voices were raised to reintroduce it, and that will be done. And we established a maximum for that of 1,500 AGIX tokens for the quarter. So this is Q2 as well. And then next week on Wednesday, the 12th, 16 UTC. Right now, it's not in the calendar yet. Let me see. It actually doesn't overlap, so that's nice. Esther Gafalfi is going to host a well-being session, and the topic there is very broad and very starting point-ish. What even is health? The context here is that remote work is kind of new in a way and weird, and it has its own dynamic, and it also has its effect on health. So yeah, that will be the main focus of that session. It's also actively being shared in Singularity Net Foundation internally. So I do expect quite a big crowd at that session. So I figured I would call it out already. I will call it out next week as well. Lilo, you're raising your hand. Feel free.
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quickly, Esther, myself, and Anna Makeda, who is the AI psychologist for Sophiaverse, we're starting up a care and consciousness hub, which we are running these well-being sessions through. They will be both discussions and they will be part of like the mind and body when it comes to like health and well-being, from the scientific to the like just normal like trying to understand it from any guest perspective, but also like there will be like spiritual and stuff like that. Lots of meditation sessions will be offered because we're all certified in different ways. So yeah, we're hoping that everybody can kind of join in because we're trying to figure out how to do decentralized health and well-being together. So feel free to come and talk about it or get some sessions in with Qigong with Esther or meditation with any of us. So yeah, we'll be opening up like a channel for communications more for that soon. But yeah, excited to see everybody.
Awesome, and thanks for adding in there. As you can probably notice, I only heard about this relatively well in the meeting right before this. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate the bonus context there. All right. That's it as far as mentions go. Any questions right now? Because feel free to if you have any. And if not, we'll move on to the main topic for today. That's BGI 25. So also in that regard, good to have you, Lilu, today. Um, yeah, how to even get started here? I didn't even put the dates and location on the slide, as you can see. It's going to be May 27th to 29th in Istanbul. And yeah, basically, yeah, Lilu. Am I saying the dates wrong? Don't tell me I
The,
am.
no, no, no. The date was just changed. So it's they're just now switching all the marketing for it. We had to change the date so that we can accommodate more people at the hotel. So it will be the 26th and the 27th will be BGI 25 and the unconference will be on the 28th.
Okay, cool. Well, then at least I don't have to correct the slides because there's no information on them. So thanks again. Yeah, basically, Guillermo stepped up and wrote three proposals on separate things we can do there during BGI 25. And yeah, then the question was like how to do this when we figured let's put it to town hall. And then we can get input from everybody. And yeah, maybe Guillermo, if you wouldn't mind giving a bit of well, a bit of a better intro than I just did, perhaps.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. Yeah, so I believe not only personally, but for the whole program, and for the last of those of us who were able to participate in Parma last year, was a big pivot, momentum, let's say. Not only personally, but in terms of participating or being part of this big organization. It was a big changing moment for me, for what I'm doing here on the ecosystem, on the program. And since then till today, this group of people, ambassadors, core contributors, have proved enough that we have been rocking the house for a year. We have been achieving so much, so many tools, so many data recollections, so many contributions, so many great people working and putting stuff together. The year was exponential and crazy and weird, and this one is going to be also. But still, we were able to achieve so much. And so I've been I touched bases with Peter, say 3 weeks ago when we have the dates, and I say, okay, we need to be there. We need to showcase what we're doing. We need to put ourselves on stage. So all spin-offs, ASI Alliance, know how we can, not only what we can, talk good about ourselves, but also to put ourselves there to make them understand how we can interact with them, how we can help them. And that way we can start showing, since the origins of the program, 8 ambassadors till today, 55. I don't know how many contributors we have, how many contributions, how many areas we have impact in terms of development, research. Okay, so they have so much right now. So I touched bases with Peter. I say, hey, Peter, we need to be there. Okay. And then I talked with Lilu. With Lilu, we have these 2 bi-weekly meetings that we make jokes and talk about AI. And Lilu brainstorm with me and say, okay, this is good about, and so I'm going to talk with Esther. And Esther is all about helping the ambassadors of what we're doing here. So yeah, I wrote down what we have been doing, nothing special, just putting in words or trying to put in words. Of course, 1 hour of a panel won't be enough, but we tried to settle down to what will be how the ambassador will participate on BGI 25. That will be in a panel. So we established a panel proposal where we will integrate global strategy, as I mentioned, from the origins to today, workgroups and guilds achievements, regional expansions, Nexus, and all those things. So that's what Peter is going to share with you guys. Thank you, Peter, Lilu, and Bunny here. We have been discussing internally before sharing with you guys. And after we get all the feedback, we were planning minutes ago to have a call with Lilu and introduce this to Esther and Pamela, that is the event organizer for the organization. But before doing that, we want to share with everyone so everyone can add value to the proposition, feedback, ideas, and so forth. So I think documents are open. If not, solicit and ask on the doc, and we will move forward from there. But long story short, we want to be in the BGI and make a good and loud shout out to this program and what we have been achieving and what we can even further achieve for 2025 and 26. That's it.
Yeah, nice. Thanks. I'm thinking I could stop screen sharing this slide because the slide doesn't say that much. Does make me wonder, based on your comments, whether I should be sharing the documents on screen, or would that feels a little like it would be a bit much, or I see you nodding. I'm not sure. Doing it live.
Yeah, go for it. The one with the panel, the ambassador panel program. I think the first page, if you zoom in, people, and also share it on the link on the chat. I'm on my mobile, so I'm not going to be able to. People understand what is the concept behind the idea, and then participate on adding value to the proposal.
Yep. Yeah, so there's 3 documents right now. They're in a folder I shared in chat. Mm, mm. Yeah, I'm happy to screen share the document. At the same time, it's a little bit boring to look at a document. Um, mm. Yeah, so basically, this is an outline of what you just summarized. There's a couple of objectives. Told you my English was breaking down already. So it's basically the showcasing of what we do in regional initiatives, like the LATAM Guild and the African Guild. And I think it's not just showcasing, it's also discussing, figuring out. I mean, the room over there will be full of experts, like big time experts. So we can learn a lot. And I figured that's like there will be a lot of sharing about what we do and what we have done and what we're planning. But I think there should also be quite some room for learning, absorbing the knowledge in the room. And yeah, well, the knowledge exchange is that's there. Strengthening global collaboration kind of happens automatically, I feel, by being present at an event like that. Just getting to meet
Yeah.
face to face.
Yeah, let me pitch in there. So the other thing that we noticed that from the last year experience is that, and we have been discussing how we help, let's say, spin-offs, how we engage with the ASI Alliance. So I think it will also be a great opportunity for us, not only on stage to showcase, but or learn from others' expositions, but also to have the one-on-one meetings with a coffee with, let's say, one of the projects that I love, that is the Rejuve AI or Rejuve AI Bio. How we actually do from the program something specific. The same with the Galaxy or the Jam Galaxy, or the same with all the spin-offs. So we can organize or schedule meetings with them to understand what are the needs and probably come back with the strategy guild and all the guilds work on something for them specifically with a clear objective. And also the other thing, this will, if we move forward, this will spark the needs to prepare pre-production for this event. So that will bring a lot of tasks and contributions from all the work groups and guilds, not only to pick what will be the subject they will like to put on stage. Of course, it's everything on the year report and the monthly report, but what specific result they want to showcase, and also to participate on putting together the whole presentation and helping, make all the decision making towards this to make it happen.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Well, yeah, clearly it's the BGI event, so BGI Nexus related, I think there will be a lot of interviews being held there, and that feels like very low-hanging fruit. And yeah, future growth opportunities. That's just again, it's like being in an event like that. Opportunities. There's too many opportunities, I would say. Yeah, then there was a suggestion to have a panel. Well, this is a list on who could be on that panel. Feels weird because this looks like you put me at top of the list. Let's see.
What happened?
What happened? I'm not sure what happened, man. I get the feeling you're.
Don't make me look at the market, okay?
There's a zero tolerance policy for trolling, so just so you know. All right, then yeah, a list of potential discussion topics. Should I go over them one by one? I think we can all read it. Guillermo, what do you think?
Yeah, let's avoid it. The idea is to spark the conversation and the discussion. So that's the concept, that's the idea, but it's motivated by the objective. We want to be there and to do all the things that we already mentioned. Jump in, chip in the document, comments, and yeah, let's move forward. Let's see if we can make this happen. You don't need to read everything.
Yeah, fair. So yeah, basically the way this document is set up right now, it's to be a proposal for having us participate this way, and yeah, all the help is welcome. And the intention was to push it to well this town hall, and then just for input of all the ambassadors, and then step to the BGI Nexus team. However, it's very cool that you're here now, Lilu. So in a way, I think best way forward could be having perhaps a session where yourself, but also Esther and Haley and maybe Pamela would be there together with the ambassadors that well want to contribute to this. Let's skip the slot picking for now, but I kind of feel it would be somewhat urgent, as in within a week or two. That needs to be, yeah. It's a recurring theme within event attendance that the timelines are always too short. So yeah, we do want to, stay wary of that. Just quickly reading up on chat. Yeah, nice. There's a partnership between BGI Nexus and the event. And Vanessa, perhaps we could turn that into a question on the room, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot. You can't unmute. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so it's the distinction between AI adoption advocacy and advocating for the adoption of decentralized ethical AI. What do people reckon? Let me quickly find that in the documents. There we go. Okay, it was too quick. I don't see it. 0.6. I'm not following. That's not 0.6 you refer to. That's only 5 points. Okay, I'm getting lost here. Your objectives. Okay, that should be at the top. Fair.
Yeah, that would be page, number 2. And yeah.
Okay, so you're basically the point is don't just do any AI adoption advocacy, but make it specific to decentralized ethical AI. Does make me wonder if anybody in the room is going to object to that, to be honest. Not even type. Nice. Okay, that's not how a question to the room works, but if anybody would object to doing things decentralized and ethical, you can. Perfect.
Yeah, and just to chip in to probably close this, the idea would be to work with the urgency in this file. So if anyone wants to work async and add comments and ideas, it is now, guys, because then we probably definitely can make the corrections needed. It would be like, what, 3 months ahead to May 4. So we're gonna have a lot of time in that regard to make the details. But we will be sharing this, as Peter mentioned, with Esther, Hailey, and probably Pamela with the Nexus. And yeah, once we get the confirmation, we will have more time.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically it's completely open for any and all inputs and comments. Let me share the folder again in a sec. It does make me wonder about what's the best way of going about it right now. Could quickly check in on the other documents. Not sure how useful that is.
Yeah, I would avoid that. Probably people can check on documents. On the folder, I can make a short description. You're gonna have this document with the basal panel proposal. Then there is the LATAM. So imagine in this panel, there will be a regional expansion representation that will discuss what LATAM have been doing. And then on the other file, you're going to find there that is probably good to go in that direction. We have it as in AGI 24, it was like July last year. We did, as ambassadors, participate and help on the pre-event. So we're going to have some online initiatives. Probably you have a lot of information about this because there's going to be a lot going on. You probably, Peter, do too. So probably it's a good idea if we invite core contributors to come up with suggestions to what to do in these pre-events. We did have a participation with the LATAM in the, as I mentioned, AGI 24. So this is like a repetition of this. We will do like a regional pre-event in Spanish. It was a good thing, great thing for us last year. So on top of the two main files, you're going to find this idea of what will be the proposal for the LATAM. You have this pre-event, how we call them, roundtables. Yeah.
Yep.
So probably we can have a roundtable lead by different work groups, or I don't know, an open discussion.
Yeah, that's something to consider, right? For the pre-event, but also for the unconference, we can basically just do it. It's an unconference. If you're there, you can, try and lure people to your table and you can discuss any topic. So there's a lot of freedom there. Same goes for pre-events. Yeah, we can do in a way whatever we want as pre-events. Just a panel on the actual schedule of the conference. That's, well, we cannot decide that on our own to do that. So yeah, I personally feel if anything, across these three documents, there's too much content for one panel session. I'm not sure if it would be realistic to ask for more than one panel session, so that would need some reduction. Let's say that's not the right word, but you get what I mean. Needs to be okay. I'm gonna stop for the word, looking for the word. So basically, I feel we should yeah, try and trim that session a little bit so that it actually fits within a reasonable slot. And then the rest you should select whether it makes sense to do it as a pre-event, feeding into the panel, or perhaps feeding into the unconference. Question. Unconference rooms, in my experience, are best if they're quite focused / specific. Yes. Yeah. No, that's the idea. We would need to have a bit of an. It's not a requirement, but a bit of a plan and an outline, and yeah, that's very helpful. Absolutely. And then on the panel, whether it would be live, Zoom, or hybrid, I think current aim would be. I'm inclined to say live, but at the same time, yeah, if somebody joins in virtually, it becomes hybrid.
I want to show this visual. I have like right in this. How many we are? 50. So whoever gets there is there, but we can participate online. What if we get on the screen all the avatars from all the members? You know, it would be fun to have all of us there participating one way or the other virtually. So it would also be hybrid would be the right way to go in this decentralized remote kind of work. You know, that way we avoid visa issues, all these stupid things, no sense that have stopped us before. We can, yeah, so go start building your avatar. If you don't have one, okay, start doing it.
Nice. Okay, I feel I've been talking too long. Are there any questions or comments from the room? Anything goes. All right. Full approval, I can only assume. No, but yeah, I would really urge you to have a look at the documents and then add comments where you feel something can be improved. And yeah, as mentioned, I think a follow-up should be hopefully within a week if we can align calendars. Yeah, to have a session with the BGI team and also Pamela. Am I skipping on anything important here, or would this be a wrap for now? Quick check. Does it cover enough, Guillermo?
Oh yeah, definitely. We cover more than enough.
More than enough. Good thing it's the main agenda. So, oh, there's a question actually. Is there any special host for pre-BGI online events? I forgot the name of the person. I think that might refer to Haley hosting sessions last year. Could be.
Yeah, but Lilu and Esther also. Lilu, you just wrote something.
We're talking about the like during the conference or like before?
Pre-events.
Before. Yeah.
Before, yeah. Okay, so I'm currently like the only producer, but I am having lots of other people stepping in and doing stuff. But yeah, so I'm like the main point of contact for doing events online for virtual BGI right now. And yeah, I'm just Pam is just above me. Besides that, Esther and Haley are also kind of around, but they're not really as predominantly focused on it because they're kind of focused on doing the deep funding. There are BGI Nexus deep funding round, which I was actually sent here to say something about that. I just remembered. But which is also it's considered also a pre-BGI events, kind of BGI virtual events thing as well. So yeah, just kind connect with me, and I'm kind of trying to keep that all together because we haven't had like another like actual main producer step in to like do all the things. So I'm kind of doing all the things right now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, then a question in chat on is the pre-event would that be a roundtable format by Clement? And basically, we get to decide that, right? It's our pre-event, so if we want, yeah, doesn't that
Yeah, so if a roundtable is what we want to do, just all we need to do is just coordinate. It does it. I've already talked to Guillermo, and I think one of the last few town halls I kind of put it out there. That's like, you guys can basically just decide on like what kind of things do you want to do pre BGI. Like I would suggest like not going head over heels with it because we're all doing so much right now. But like something that's maybe I would suggest doing things that are like low maintenance but high impact. So roundtables are definitely like that. They're easy to coordinate and they're high impact because we can talk about really important topics. Vani, I see that you asked for the dates. It's the 26th and 27th are BGI, and then the 28th is the uncommon. Yes, thank you, Peter. Yeah, so yeah, roundtables could be done. We could do fireside chats, or if we could just have speakers, or we can come up with some kind of new innovative, like social innovation event for pre-BGI. So I'm definitely open to it, and I'm like at that cross point between being connected to marketing with all of this and making sure that it's known and it gets out there. So yeah, just to figure out what people want to do, and just keep telling me what's going on, and I will keep making sure everybody knows what's going on.
nice? I have to admit I was a little distracted by chat, and I'm not sure if you now mentioned what you did want to mention about the deep funding side of things.
No, I didn't.
Because it's also
Yeah. So BGI Nexus, we introduced it at the last town hall, maybe in the last deep funding town hall, but we are doing our own like partnership with deep funding, and we have a grant round that we are running, and it's going to have submissions open in 2 weeks. I believe the 17th will be the day that we have submissions open for people, and it will be basically towards projects that are BGI or beneficial AI related. And yeah, it's just going to be a pilot mini round. So we're kind of going to be figuring out how things go as it goes. We're just going to keep it really transparent and try to build it and see what works best. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but yeah, 17th of February is when the submissions will be. And it'll be we will have they're setting up everything on the deep funding website this week, I think, and then next week the portal will actually open for people to take a look, see what's going to be needed for the proposals. And yeah, so there will probably also be a lot of like kind of town halls and working groups as we go, so that we can figure out the structures of like voting and stuff like that, which because it's very important to us that we do it in a fair way that includes the community, or at least something that's within our budget. So yeah, let's just keep dialogues open, and I'm excited, and we're super excited to give out money to projects that are helping towards BGI. So, and this is going to be an ongoing thing. This is just our pilot round. So yeah.
awesome. Yeah, sometimes the word excited is overused, but it's very relevant here. That's yeah, it's great stuff.
I am so excited about giving out money.
Well, I'm not sure if you're intentionally not mentioning any amounts, but you're
I can, yeah, sorry, I can mention we do have an overall 500K or 500,000 in total. So that means at least, and we have a 50,000 cap for each project. So at minimum, at least 10 projects will be given awards if they all request for 50K. But if less request for 50K, then more projects will get rewarded. So yeah, we're just going to use it up and give everybody as much as possible. So yeah, that's all the funding stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, any questions or remarks there? Just checking. In my book, it's far from a small pilot project, to be honest. It's a lot of money and a lot of projects. It is exciting, absolutely, yes. All right. Looking at the clock, we have 8 more minutes on the slot. And looking at the agenda, we have no more items on the agenda. So that does leave room for any questions, any topics, any introductions, songs, anything goes. More or less. Okay, that was not true, but yeah, feel free to raise anything if you want.
Oh yeah, and if anybody has questions about the BGI deep funding round, we will have a session at the deep funding town hall this coming week or whenever the next one is. Maybe this week. I'm not sure when the day is. Maybe it is in a few days. Yeah. So we're gonna have like quite a Q&A time there. So yeah, if you have more questions, wait till that time to do so, please and thank you. And we'll also be, so I think like today through Thursday, we're going to be sending out like all of the announcements on social media too, so you guys can look out for that.
Yeah, just for completeness sake, those not reading chat, it's that town hall is Thursday 18 UTC this week, and yeah, as per usual, there will be a blog with all the details. Then in chat, Vanessa, just wanting to share something. I'm gonna call it out without having read it. An interesting little video on philosopher Robert Stalnaker's concept of context and its relevance to AI ethics. Cool. Not gonna watch the video right now, but we'll save it. Thanks for sharing. All right. Then, unless people step up and ask things right now, it will be a wrap for today. Very happy little accident, Lulu, that you actually were on the call. Appreciate it. Not that you're never on the call, you're quite often, but topic-wise, it was a perfect match. So yeah, awesome. Well, the thanks for being here goes to all of you in the room. And yeah, with that, it's a wrap for now. I hope to see you on one of the many upcoming calls. Just for a quick reminder, tomorrow we do have archive at 13 UTC, followed by education at 15, and then R&D at 17 UTC. So you won't have to be bored. Oh, well, actually, for my calendar always stops at 11, but my local time. But at 22 UTC, there's also the LATAM meeting, just sneaking in there at the edge of the day from where in the world I am. Yeah, hope to see you there. And if not, we'll talk on Discord or in these documents that were shared. I'll also share the folder on Discord actually on the BGI channel, I guess. We do have a BGI channel, so that makes perfect sense. Cool. That's it. Have a nice remainder of the Tuesday. Cheers.
Thank Peter for hosting.
Thanks for supporting a lot.